New office bearers appointed to the Sri Lanka Athletics Association. Allegations: the election was unconstitutional. There was political interference. The international body says the Sri Lanka Athletic Association will be recognized for a limited period. For full recognition, a fresh election must be held under a new constitution before next March. Will the Sri Lanka Athletics Association be banned by the international body? Why are the officials not doing anything? If the Sri Lanka Athletics Association is banned, who will accept responsibility for the harm caused to the athletes?
Numerous sightings of unidentified lights in the night skies have been reported from many parts of the island in the recent past. It still remains unclear, however, if these objects are unidentified flying objects or UFOs, some man-made object or space debris entering the atmosphere. Whatever they are, another unidentified light was reported from Galgamur last night.
A correspondent was successful in capturing this footage at 10 last night in the skies above Galgamur. A correspondent stated that this unidentified light was seen in the skies for about 3 hours. Unidentified lights have appeared in the night skies in many areas in the recent past. While various theories have been floating around as to what these mysterious objects could be, UK-based astrobiologist Professor Chandra Wickramasinghe, in an exclusive interview with News First yesterday, contended that the mysterious objects could in fact be small meteorites entering the atmosphere. Meanwhile, responding to our inquiries, the Sri Lanka Air Force stated that no unidentified objects have been detected and that the skies are being monitored 24 hours of the day. What are these unidentified lights? Whose responsibility is it to educate the public as to what they are? News First will keep a close watch.
Now, Sri Lankans as well as everyone else in the world will be able to witness shooting stars this evening, courtesy of the Geminid meteor shower. So if you are residing in an area with a clear skies, you will have the opportunity to witness dozens of bright objects that will streak across the sky until dawn as the Geminid meteor shower reaches its peak. Meteor experts from NASA say that this week between the 10th and the 16th will be the ideal window to witness the Geminid meteor shower. You can see the peak of it from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Sri Lankan time.
On to other local news now. Radhampula New Town in Mathura was declared open yesterday, the 12th day of the 12th month of 2012.
The Radhampula New Town was vested in public at 11:48 last night by United People's Freedom Alliance parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa. Thereafter, at midnight, the clock tower located in the Radhampula town was declared open. Religious observances commenced at 12:12 this morning. The Consumer Affairs Authority has uncovered 7,000 kilograms of dried fish unfit for consumption at a business premises in Petta. The discovery had been made during a raid that was carried out yesterday.
The Consumer Affairs Authority said that the seized stock of dried fish was prepared to be sold. A variety of dried sprats, shark and other dried fish was seized in the raid. The value of the seized items are estimated at around 5.2 million rupees. The Consumer Affairs Authority will continue its raids to ensure the food items suitable for consumption will be sold to consumers during this festive season. The Consumer Affairs Authority will arrest those who do not sell and prepare food items in a proper manner. The Consumer Affairs Authority noted that legal action will be taken against the respective businessmen.
The 25th anniversary of the Prajna Pradeepa program launched by Western Provincial Councillor Dr. Jayanthi De Silva will be marked tomorrow. School students will be presented with exercise books and school uniforms under the Prajna Pradeepa concept.
Preparations are already underway for the Prajna Pradeepa presentation at Campbell Park tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Tomorrow I am going to present books to more than 100,000 poor children. When you do such things, people sling mud at you. But I don't care about that. For the last 25 years, I have been doing this. In line with the 25th anniversary of the program, a musical show will be held with the participation of Purple Range, a popular band and a number of guest artists. The show is to commence at 10 p.m. tomorrow at Campbell Park.
An event in line with the National Health Week was held at the auditorium of the Ministry of Fisheries today.
The chairman of NARA told Action TV on Monday that out of a profit of 37.5 million rupees earned by NARA by providing advisory services to the Colombo Port expansion project, around 18.5 million rupees will be distributed among its employees before the end of this year. It is a procedure which is followed when NARA gains profits by providing advisory services. However, the statement made by the chairman to Action TV is of importance because the profits which were earned by NARA through advisory services has been used up. The advisory services project, which commenced in May 2008, concluded in December 2011. As the payments connected to the project were also completed by last December, according to the policies of the Ministry of Finance, the project is considered as a completed project. However, due to the improper finance management at NARA, the project in question is considered as a project that has not been completed. Even though the chairman announced the good news about profits being distributed among all employees, only an advance has been paid to the official in charge of the advisory services project in question and the employees of NARA who were directly involved in the project. NARA was compelled to halt an attempt made by them today to pay yet another advance to the employees as the employees raised questions regarding the manner in which the advance was calculated. The head of the finance division of NARA, who has made the calculations and placed his signature on it and also is responsible to answer those questions, had not reported to work today. Even though this official is not part of the staff which made a direct contribution to the project, he has obtained a bonus of over 170,000 rupees from the profits gained through the project. Moreover, until now, he has obtained an advance of over 218,000 rupees by pretending to be a member of the staff directly connected to the project.
The government says it has met the tourism target for this year. Deputy Minister of Economic Development Lakshmi Abeyewardene said that tourist arrivals to the country would surpass 1 million within the next 2 days.
We did not expect 1 million until the 31st of December. Although our target was 1 million, we were only expecting 950,000. But by tomorrow or day after, we hope to reach that target. The income from visas this year has reached 200 million rupees.
Meanwhile, the official web portal of the government notes that British Airways has named Sri Lanka as the #1 tourist destination for 2013. United National Party parliamentarian Harsha De Silva says that the government will face various problems in the future when obtaining foreign loans. He pointed out that prior approval should be obtained from Parliament when obtaining such loans, and this could be cited as the reason for this.
The court order says parliamentary approval should be secured before obtaining such loans. The amendment does not say that we will obtain loans in the manner we want and we will present them at the end of the year. The government should obtain foreign loans in the future. There is a huge probability that a problem may arise when they attempt to do that. Someone can ask how they could obtain these loans because the Supreme Court says that these loans will not be paid back if the parliamentary approval has not been obtained. This question will arise in the future.
Getting back to one of our local stories this evening, an event in line with the National Health Week was held at the auditorium of the Ministry of Fisheries today.
One of the most talked about topics these days is about the end of the world. The only thing we think about is how we can live longer. If the world ends, it will affect all of us. Therefore, we should always keep in mind that the world is not permanent. We will all have to die someday.
In sports news, we start off with some cricket news. Mahela Jayawardene has said that he will step down as captain of the Sri Lanka Test and One-Day teams after the current tour of Australia. Mahela made this statement at a media briefing held in Hobart today, ahead of Sri Lanka's first test against Australia tomorrow.
35-year-old Mahela Jayawardene, who led Sri Lanka to the 50 overs World Cup final in 2007, agreed to take over the captaincy for a second spell in place of opener Tilakaratne Dilshan earlier this year.
Well, I had a chat to the selectors. I took over the captaincy for 12 months, and I think that ends after this series. So I don't want to continue to captain Sri Lanka after this tour. So this would be my last. I hope I won't get any more SOS calls from them later on. But I think personally the only reason I see this is that we need to move on to a younger leader, and it's much easier for Sri Lankan cricket if we get a new guy in while the senior players are still around, so that we can help him out in him building a team and him moving forward.
Mahela, who made his test debut in 1997 and his one-day debut a year later, backed 25-year-old Angelo Matthews to succeed him. Sri Lanka are in Australia for a full tour consisting of a 3-match test series, 5-match one-day series and a 2-match 2020 series. Speaking to Sports Fest from Australia, manager of the Sri Lanka cricket team, Charit Senanayake, mentioned the probable changes in the team for tomorrow's test and the ongoing preparations.
There are two changes from the last test match which we played against New Zealand. Kalanga Paranavitana goes out and Dimut Karunaratne comes in. Suraj Randeep goes out and Chanaka Velagadara comes in. Those are the only two changes from the last test match. The boys are in good spirits. The weather is looking good. If the weather remains the same, I personally believe it will be a good test match.
Sri Lanka has never won a test series in Australia, with their last test series win against the Aussies coming in 1999 at home.
And with that, we wrap up this edition of Primetime News. For the News First team, I'm Ramesh Bandara.
And I'm Krishi Panditharatna. Don't forget, if you look out to the sky tonight, you can see the best meteor shower of the year. Good night.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.